What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. I'm here with some lovely guests today. You might or might not know them.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Jake Curly, aka Jacob Macias.
My name's Nathaly. And we will have all of their information linked in our description box. I'm sure a lot of you guys know them already, but if you don't, this is their very first podcast. So now you can go binge their videos.
Yeah, they came all the way from Cali to come visit us, hang out. And was this the first time in Colorado for you guys?
Yeah, for the both of us it is.
And what'd you think of it so far? Be honest.
I think it's really nice. It's very different. California, you don't see a lot of nature and stuff. I like it. The food's delicious.
Dude, they got like trees with like some red leaves falling all the time. Like it's like the movie type, like Disney Plus type stuff, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
They took a trip to experience the fall here, and not only that, to hang out with us and to be on this podcast. So you guys must feel very, very special.
Yeah, we also recorded a couple videos with them, guys. So we're also gonna, put that in the description so you can go check it out. They were hilarious. I saw Jake. I personally saw Jake edit his, and he was just cracking up in the corner. So I'm excited to
so
see
funny.
that one. But without further ado, we're gonna ask. We asked you guys to ask us questions about them, and we got so many that we're gonna just hop right into it so we can get across a few already.
Yep, so this time Jake and Nat are going to be spilling the beans on this podcast.
Yes, sir.
So I guess there's no question that is a bad question. They said that I can ask whatever, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Oh,
Yikes.
gosh.
Hopefully we don't regret it.
So this is going to be mostly about the relationship, I think, because that's what everybody wants to know. So let's see. I think we should start a little bit light, don't you think, babe?
Yeah, let's start off light.
Yes. Okay, this one's good. Does Nat's dad know that Jacob sleeps over and vice versa?
All right, so sometimes in the morning I wake up early to go get something from my car, and Nat's dad's going to work. So it's like 6 a.m. So yeah, he knows that we like sleep together at our own house.
I feel like a lot of people always kind of like asks us this, and because I think there's like this idea that my parents kind of like still tell me what to do. So a lot of people are always asking us that, but yeah, my parents know that Jacob sleeps. I mean, his car literally stays in the driveway, like right there every night. And yeah, there's literally no problem with it. Like my parents, I think the last time they told me to not to do something was like nearly over a year ago. So yeah.
Okay, so let's expand on this because you said that people think that they still tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So basically you live by yourself. Like you're on your own, you're out of the house, so you don't get told what to do.
No, yeah, I haven't gotten like an order or like you can't do this or you can't do that literally for a cool minute, like almost a year. I think I officially moved out, I believe in like March, but kind of like before that they already kind of weren't telling me what to do because they knew I was kind of doing my own thing. But a lot of people always think like, oh no, like but you still live at their house, so technically they still tell you, but it's very different because we have our own entrances. So a lot of the times I won't see my parents all day, or like sometimes I don't even sleep there. I mean, there's not really like, they don't really tell me what to. I buy my own groceries, I pay my own bills, everything. So there's not really, yeah, no, they don't tell me anything.
So let's say you still lived inside your parents' house, like at your parents' house. Do you think it would be more respectful and you'd be like, no, you can't spend the night at my house?
Oh, he would never be able to say. Okay, fun fact, Jacob couldn't even like go inside of my room with the door closed or like without someone like being there, like all that. But it was in my parents' house.
Yeah,
Okay,
I remember that.
So for your younger viewers, because what would your demographic be? What do you think? Like,
Yeah, your range.
Oh, I think between like 11 years old to like
18.
18, 19.
so let's say there's a 16-year-old watching you right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want your life. Like, I want my parents not to tell me anything. What would you advise them? Because before you moved out, before you turned 18, you were very respectful and you followed their rules. And now you don't. But what would you tell them? Be like,
Well, I was on a leash for a long time.
Yeah.
I had really strict parents. What? Anyways, I had really, really strict parents, and so I wasn't even able to have like friends per se. Like my parents didn't agree on the whole friend scenario. And I think the more I fought with them about it, the worse the relationship between like me and them got. So I think you have to, when you are at an age where you're, you know, like 16 years old, you still have 2 years till you're like legal. You technically need your parents for everything. You can't really be fighting, you know, on stuff because obviously I'm 18 already and I've been financially stable for like a year and a half already. So that's very different than, you know, when I was like 15, you know, 16, 14. But I think that you should just kind of like live your life as it is right now. And it will get better. I'm sure it will.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what we tell all our viewers. Like, what you see is like, you have to wait, like, todo su tiempo.
Todo
you
su
know?
tiempo, yes.
It's like, yeah, you may get so mad because your parents always tell you that, like, there's time for everything, but there really is. And I feel like you should really cherish those moments where you're with them because once you're out of the house, like, you're never coming back.
Dude,
like,
you're
your
gonna miss
life,
it.
your life
Yeah.
changes forever.
Yes.
The meals.
Everything.
The home cooked meals,
Yes.
and even like your relationship with them. Although when you do move out, I feel like your relationship gets stronger.
Oh my
I
gosh,
would say,
yes.
but it's like, damn, like I'm never going to go home and like sleep at my parents' house again. Like they're never gonna wait up for me again.
No, that hits.
You know,
it hits. Like when you really think about it, when you're out and you're like, oh my gosh, I will never be in this house again. You're like, oh my gosh, it hit. Like it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hella far from them, huh?
Jake, do you miss your living with your parents a little bit?
Honestly, I do and I don't. So I don't because I used to have like the same room as my brothers. I would share the same room, and no one ever knew this actually. I would paint my own picture of me having my own room, but I never
me.
had it. To everyone,
Catfish.
He catfished
even
me.
even to YouTube.
How many brothers? One?
Oh, just one. I had. It was supposed to be with two, but one of them slept in the living room.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
they had like a mattress behind the couches. Yeah, and then I do miss it because like I don't know. I miss waking up to like hash browns, eggs, everything
Yeah,
every
wow.
morning before school, like every single day, every morning. And then I low-key missed having like a long distance relationship with Nat because like no, I love this better.
Okay,
But
let me just leave then.
all right, I'm about to move back to vacation.
No.
No, because I don't know. It's just like I could be in my room and then separate from my family, like so there wasn't as much arguing going on. But like now I'm totally like fine because there's no arguing. I'm not even living there anymore.
Mm,
It's
makes
because whenever
sense.
you're with someone, you're always gonna have conflict.
Yes, I agree. And I feel like because you see them constantly, so there's always something there that can
Something to argue
irritate you.
about. Mhm.
Yes, exactly. And that's the same thing with relationships. Like you guys were so used to being long distance and it'd be FaceTime, text, phone calls. And now you guys are with each other 24/7. So I feel like that dynamic also changes because you can irritate her more and you can
Yeah.
irritate him.
Sometimes I do it on purpose though, because when she gets mad, it's fun. It's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it's
Man.
pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Next question. This one is: do you guys remember like what was it about? If it's okay to tell, what was your even if it was small, your first argument?
Do you remember?
Let me take my card. So basically, I'm not a really good gamer, but her on the other end, she's like very competitive. We're playing. It was me, Edith, Ricardo, and Nat. We're all playing Minecraft against other people, and homie decides like it's my first time playing Minecraft. So homie decides like okay, he's gonna do like a really hard job, and I'm like, what the? I'm doing a bad job at the job, and she gets so mad. She starts, Jacob. Oh my, Jacob. Go. What do you have to say about that?
I have nothing to say about it. You should have just been better.
Dude, you would be yelling, Jacob, they're eating our cake. Jacob.
Yeah, that was the first time we had an argument. Literally about a game.
So
Like,
then,
I even-
how'd it end?
I turned off
He
the
got off
PS4.
yeah.
And you just didn't you didn't text her
Like
for
2
the rest of the night.
hours. No, like 2 hours later.
Oh,
we
I
ended
thought
up
the whole
talking.
night.
And then it was just it was like 2 hours later, and then after we were like, okay, whatever, and it was fine.
And then that would happen like almost every time we were playing Minecraft. Can she get mad?
Minecraft's toxic.
No,
Though.
Yeah,
it's
but
hella
if
toxic.
I think whenever we argue, it doesn't last long.
So expanding on that question, you guys don't have arguments. Like say like arguments where you're like, I'm mad at him. I don't want to talk to him for 2 hours.
There's disagreements that we have, but I'm like, I don't like arguing. I had moved out of my house because of the arguments that there was at the house. So when she would like argue, like raise her voice, I'm just like,
Do not say she would argue.
no.
We
Okay,
would
when we would argue, I would be like, I like tone it down. I'd be quiet after a while. Like I
you
let
would
her
just
win.
like stay quiet and just be like, okay, whatever.
So do you think you're the more patient one in the relationship?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you're more like irritable?
Not irritable. Just like if there's something, I feel like I like to talk about things and he doesn't. So like if we have conflict, I'll be like, no, like let's talk about it. Like because I don't think you solve conflict by just like walking away because then you have it in your brain. Like after you're like, oh my gosh, like that's bugging me, and I don't like that. Like things bug me, so I'll be like, no, like let's talk about it. And he's like, no, I don't want to argue. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay,
You see?
and then you're like,
And then
no,
I'm
like I
no,
need more.
We have like it's bugging me. Like I want to talk about it,
Mhm.
but he doesn't like conflict. So that's where
Okay.
That's where the
Mhm.
That's where the
arguments.
argument goes.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Okay, trying to get a little bit more spicy. What would you guys say is your biggest pet peeve about each other?
All right, I hate
Oh my gosh.
when she takes pictures of her food. I hate it.
Oh, same,
Like,
same,
bro,
same.
today earlier she's like taking a picture of food. And I just wanted a little bite, like right when she got served. I got the fork, took a little bite of her. What was it, chile verde? And I was like, and then
I
she's
was
like,
so mad.
I didn't even take a picture, bro. I was like,
Really?
yes, I was mad. I was like,
I don't know, what can I say? I like to inspire my meals. Inspire my meals.
you should
for
savor
everybody
your
else.
meal. It's not inspire your meals.
That's. I feel like I can't savor my meals if I don't take a picture of
Dude,
it.
What?
me either.
Why?
Like, I have to tell everyone, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, my pet peeve is Jacob has this thing where he'll do something and he knows he shouldn't have done it. So he will purposely give so much attitude to kind of like intimidate me from saying anything to him. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking
Damn,
about?
that's
Okay, so
deep.
for
That's
instance-
deep.
For instance, I was
So
walking.
you're a
at shop-
manipulator. Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
No. So I was walking to Target. No, we were walking out of Target, not a shopping cart. And I accidentally hit the guy in front of me. And I was like, oh. And then I pushed her to the shopping cart. And I go on the other side. And I walk like a little bit away. And
No, but he was mad. Like, he was mad at me.
'Cause
And he
I
slapped
only
the
got mad-
guy's ankles on the shopping cart.
Ooh.
I only got mad because I didn't want her to get mad at me. So I'm like, no. I was walking to the car all mad. I was like, not talking. Like, I had like a little
But
attitude.
The poor guy. We were walking out of Target.
I said
and
sorry.
And the guy didn't even look back. He was just like, because dude, he slammed his ankles. Like, he literally
Not hard.
jammed-
Not
no,
hard.
it was hard.
It was like, boom.
No, it was hard. Like, I've never seen anyone slam on
A
someone's
cap.
ankles like that. And
Damn.
yeah, and what he did was he pushed me to like, he was like, what the? So he just like put me on that side, and he was mad the whole
No.
time.
But I
He
pushed
was
her-
mad
I
because
put-
he hit
was
the guy.
mad because he hit the guy.
Because I
He
thought she
didn't
was
want
gonna get
me
mad
to.
at me. Once I did that, I thought she was gonna be like Jacob Daniel, and then he turns around and is like, yeah, beat him up. Like,
Yeah, I didn't say anything. I was so embarrassed.
I'm
for
glad she
him.
didn't get mad at me, but I got mad at her first, so she didn't get
So
mad
I
at me.
wouldn't get mad at him. Like, I don't know who
Oh.
he thinks he is, like reverse psychology stuff or something.
But I'm
it
barely
doesn't
finding
work.
this
It makes me
out.
more
Yeah,
mad.
I'm barely finding this out. It doesn't work. So.
Oh, shit.
It was so embarrassing, and it makes me so mad when he does.
Have you guys ever hit your mom or your dad in the shop with a shopping cart? Like when
Yes,
you're
I
shopping?
got my
Get your
ass
ass
beat for
beat.
it. Yeah.
Nah, I never have.
That's traumatizing, huh?
Yes, the ankles. Did you hear it? And you're like, oh,
When they just look at you.
It's
and
over
you're
for
like,
me.
yeah,
I'm dead.
So bad.
So, on that question, who do you think wears the pants in the relationship?
Okay, I would love to wear the pants in the relationship, but apparently the pants don't fit me. So like,
That's a good answer. That was a
she
good
wears
answer.
them.
I agree, but it's only because I think the only reason I wear them is just because like I feel like I know a little bit more about everything than him, so I guide him through most of the stuff.
But it also goes back to Jake not liking conflict, you know? So I feel like you kind of like not saying that he lets you wear the pants, but he'd rather just not like argue about it or like,
Yeah.
you know, try to get the pants. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's just
that's what
cool
it
not
is.
I
having
feel like
them.
he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But I think that like a big reason like where we are where we're at is because a lot of the times he'll like listen.
I follow
to,
her
like,
lead.
Because he doesn't know like a lot of the stuff just because I grew up with like immigrant parents who Hispanic immigrant parents who didn't speak English, right? Like didn't know anything about anything. So it taught like me and my sister to grow up really fast and like learn literally everything by the age of like literally I was in second grade filling out my own like applications for school the next year because my parents didn't know it, right? So I think like me and my sister grew up really like kind of like ahead of everything. So I knew a lot of stuff. I feel like he didn't just because
I depended on my parents.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff like I wear most of the pants because like anything that we need, he'll ask me like, "Oh, how do you do this?" or "How do you do that?" and I'm able to lead us through that. He's better now, but
Yeah. I feel like that's also that's how a lot of men are though. I feel like because it's not only like how you grow up, but it's also how more mature we are. I feel like
Yeah.
we mature really, really fast and guys don't. And also because a lot of, I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of guys are mommy boys.
yeah.
So their mom did everything for them. So that's what they're used to. So I feel like that's why they let the female lead because they just know that.
and it's easier. I feel like.
Yeah, and it's like how they say happy wife, happy life, you know?
Yes. Yeah. I think it's an easier life that way.
Yeah, I agree. And
But at
everyone's
the end of the
happy.
day, we let him, Jacob.
I know.
Oh, sure.
Whatever.
Because you know when it comes into a big, important decision, maybe like, nah, you decide.
I feel like it depends. Like sometimes you do have to give them an option, but at the end you already know like what you're going for.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys say I mean, obviously, I feel like I know the answer to this, but would you guys say your end game? Like, do you see yourself with each other for the rest of your life?
I
Oh,
never
yeah.
watched Marvel.
Bruh.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we decided that. Yeah.
We've made a couple decisions like right now that are gonna lead to the future, and that just shows like how.
And we work really good together.
Yeah, we do.
How far along were you guys dating when you made your couples channel?
Oh, the first day we started dating. So our plan was
What?
we're talking. Yeah, we were
No, 'cause we
talking.
were talking for like 4 months before.
Oh, okay.
So we were
That's
talking
why.
for 4 months, and then we had like an idea. Like everyone wanted to see like our like own channel, like what's it called?
that. Couple channel.
Our own couple channel. Yeah. And on our separate channels, we would have each other on it, and they'd really do good. So to not like get our content mixed up, we'd have our own like channel that be better. You get
Yeah,
me?
because we didn't want to create content on our separate channels where it was like, oh, like this is now couples channel on his channel and on my channel. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think we trusted each other enough for like Google AdSense and like all of that stuff that we were able to do a couples channel. Yeah,
Sometimes if she acts up, I don't pay her on time, so
I know. I have
She
a horrible
invoices
boss.
you?
Dude. Yes, so bad.
I blackmail her to pay her.
So I feel like this question comes from your viewers, Nat, because even me, like I obviously watched you before I watched Jake, but you look like you have very high expectations for everybody. So you won't settle for less. You won't settle for nothing. So for Jake, they're asking, how does it feel to date someone with such high expectations for everybody else? Like, how did you feel like intimidated by her, or did it make you want to be a better guy, or what? Like,
I don't know. I've always had high expectations for girls. So like I don't want her if she can't do this, or like I want her if she does this. Like Nat had like the standards are like right here, and she had like everything above. Yeah, so like I
'Cause
was
you're the same
amazed.
way, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like amazed when I seen her. And, like when I met her in person, it was just like standards on FaceTime were like right here, and then in person it's just like took a big
Yeah,
step.
because he's the same way as me. His standards were very high. That's why he never really had like a serious
Oh yeah,
relationship. Because he's the same way.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I do want to like give you guys props because you guys are young. Like you're 18, right? Both
yeah,
of
we
you.
were both 18.
But it's like we're hanging out and it does not feel like there's an age difference because you guys are so mature for your age. Like you're so business oriented and like really, really driven to do what's best for everybody. So I feel like you guys are a good match.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
like yesterday we were talking with Jake and that about like taxes and write-offs and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is getting good. And then I remember I was like, they're 18. Me and 18, I didn't know none of that shit, like nothing about that.
Exactly.
Like I'm
Yeah.
23 and I'm barely starting to like all that. But like yeah, so props to you guys because at 18 I was still picking my nose.
And not
Thank you.
and not even that. I feel like you guys are also for your age. I don't know because yesterday we had 3 videos to film.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
And
yeah.
not one person was like, I'm too tired to film. Like, we're like, no, we're going to get this shit done. We're
Yeah.
going to work our ass off and then we'll party, So it's like, we filmed 3 videos yesterday up until like 11 p.m. And then we're like, okay, we can go to
Then we
sleep
can
and
go-
we're good.
Because
You
filming
know?
videos is like really fun. I love filming videos, and then it also like pays your bills. So like, why wouldn't you do something fun to pay your bills?
Yeah.
And not even that. I
And
feel like
I feel like it's draining sometimes though.
it is
Oh.
draining.
It is draining
During
sometimes.
Vlogmas for her, wow.
If
I
you
think-
guys done Vlogmas,
Yeah.
you said that you've
Yeah,
done it,
but
right?
we've never finished it.
Yeah.
And-
Dude, I was like, damn. She'll give me attitude, but like I would understand. Like it's not
When I was doing
attitude.
Vlogmas?
Yeah, it wasn't attitude. It was just like she's drained. I would be like, okay, I could try to help her with whatever I could.
And I feel like another thing is like we wake up in the morning and either Nat or Jake, they're already editing. I'm like, damn. Like I'll come
Yeah.
downstairs and I'll think nobody's here. And then Nat will be like, good morning. And I'm like, oh, damn. Like this girl's already editing,
Yeah.
So it's like, it's super cool to see such a young couple be the way that you guys are because there's not many out there. And especially because a lot of people think that things are going to be handed to them. And you guys, even if they could be handed to you, you guys work for your stuff.
Yeah.
Like everything that you are now is because you worked for it, not because you got it given to you,
Yeah, and I think that's why so whenever we go anywhere, right? For starters, we look literally 15, both of us. Like that's
Agree.
just like, the beginning. And whenever we go somewhere that's kind of like a little bit more, like you usually won't see any like person under 20 years old there. Like we went to Aruba and there was all these older couples and everything, and they would literally, I feel like they would give us like attitude in a way.
I think so too.
Because we were so young, and it really sucked because I feel like we're really kind of like ahead of our age, and we would get literally like the worst faces because like, who are these children here? Like, what the heck are you doing here? Do you remember that? It was so uncomfortable.
There was these people when we first walked. Even the people that worked at the resort we stayed at, they would be like, when we walked in because you had to be 18 years old and we did not look 18.
The casino people ID'd us literally like 3
my.
times.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the casino. They're like, hold on, can I get ID? And then they checked my ID and then
Put it under the light. They were like,
it was like barely
Yeah.
Nat's birthday, so they're like, whoa, are these numbers correct?
Do you guys
Yeah.
still remember the first time you were, whether it be like at a name brand store or at a dealership, that you guys were kind of treated like that because you were young?
yeah, well, I got my first car when I was 16 years old. So everybody was like, you're getting a car? Like, is the car for you? And they always thought like, oh, my dad was buying it for me or whatever. And then I whipped out my card and they were like,
That I feel like that's it's a good feeling but bad at the same time, because it's like, damn, like no one has any expectations for our generation anymore.
yeah,
because
everyone thinks you're a stupid little 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially right now, I think that expectations should be like a little higher because, especially all the social media is going on and more people can have a better, not a better job, like more people can have opportunity at like life at such a young age, like making their own money and making their own living, like earning their own living. And I feel like the expectation for that is like very, very low. It's barely getting common right now.
And I feel like even older people still don't know what social media is, because when we were at brunch, how that lady was like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like,
Oh my
whoa, like
gosh,
what do you mean? Like, I
yes.
hear you're famous, you know, but it's like they probably think you're famous on TV or something. Like they would never think like, oh, they do
YouTubers
YouTube or TikTok or, you know. So
No, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like, yeah, everything is changing, but still like older people are not getting in the times just yet, I feel like.
That's when they look at you funny.
This question, I'm asking it because it kind of intrigues me. I kind of want to know this answer too.
Oh.
Does Jackie really sleep on the floor? I don't know. What are
Who's
they talking
Jackie?
about?
Jake.
Oh, Jake. It says Jackie.
Oh,
Jakey.
Oh, Jakey.
Jackie?
Okay. So, all right, Jackie speaking. So when I would be at Nat's house, like for the first time, I wouldn't sleep on her bed. Like it was the first couple nights I stayed over. I wouldn't sleep on her bed. I would sleep on an air mattress. But by the time like it was morning, the air mattress would be deflated because I couldn't plug it in right. I never knew how to plug it in right. So I'd like sleep, and then the next morning I'd be on the floor, and my back would hurt the whole day. So I
You
think
did it a couple times.
I think 3 days.
Was that
I think.
because your dad would randomly pop in? Or?
No.
Oh no! I was at my own place, but I think we didn't want to.
We never slept together in our
We
life.
didn't. Yeah, a lot of
Oh.
people wouldn't believe us, but like we seriously didn't sleep together.
And then we fooled the internet as well. Like every time I'd be over her house, we'd say like I'd sleep on the what's it called? Air mattress. Yeah, and I would not.
You did for a while.
Only for like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because he would have come on the weekends. So I think he did it like 2 weekends, and then for the third weekend, you ended up sleeping on the bed.
Yeah, and the reason for this was because I was paying I think like $369 per night. I would stay
At a
over
hotel
here.
room.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. Oh,
So-
because you lived in Bakersfield.
So he would visit me, and he would pay like almost $400
A
for a
night?
hotel room.
Because she lives in like the LA County area.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was really expensive, and he would pay so much money. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you are not doing this." So that's why we got the air mattress to begin with, and the whole air mattress. He was just having like horrible back pains, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." So he ended up sleeping on the bed from that. But yeah, no, we didn't lie. The first like 2-3 weekends, he slept.
Damn, you guys have.
But we just extended it, and I'd actually sleep on the bed.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Thank you.
So people want to know, since you guys are always together, why don't you just live together?
Oh yeah, everyone always asks us this, huh?
Yeah, I think it's because we both need our personal space. Like whether it's our like editing time or like I don't know, just personal space in general. I feel like every couple needs their own space. Like
Yeah.
for instance, like you go gaming, that's your own personal space,
Uh-huh.
right? And
Yeah.
I don't know what Blanca does.
I don't do shit. I watch YouTube videos, but that's
Yeah, see, so like that's their own personal space. And then for us, it's just like we could be at each other's house and she could be filming and I could just be in the bed like chilling, but it's just not like not.
But if he ever
my
gets
home.
like tired of it, he leaves and he has his own place to be at.
Yeah.
And I think apart from that is like I'm a very independent person, and I love to be able to do my own stuff. Like I love to be able to decorate my own living room, my own kitchen. I like to cook and then clean and then have my own space and do everything by myself. And I feel like that's a big reason why me and Jake are as strong as we are. Is because we do our own, like I'm an independent person, he's independent, and we do our own thing, and at the end of the day we meet and we do everything.
Yeah.
But I think that could be changing soon, just because I think a big thing that we talked about was if we have our own spaces,
then
we
it could work.
make it work together. Yeah, so like our own rooms, our own offices, our own restrooms, to where you don't mix stuff, so there's no like feeling where I'm like, oh, I don't have my own space anymore. It could work, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like also you guys still have such a young relationship. Like you guys haven't been together for too long yet.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna
it
say.
is so good that you guys are still keeping your individuality. But it's funny that you say it like, oh, our own bathrooms and everything, because Jonathan and I live together, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but he never uses my
Uses your
bathroom.
bathroom.
Like he always uses the bottom bathroom.
It's nice though, right?
But yeah, it is nice because then I feel like my bathroom's always clean, and if his bathroom isn't clean, that's not for me
You
to
don't
say
care.
because
Yeah.
it's him unless someone's coming over, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like it's good that he can still be a boy or a guy, and I can still be a girl and have my own
Have your own.
like organized space, and then he has whatever he wants down here.
Yeah, and it just makes it everything more comfortable. And a lot of people always say like, just move in together, just move in together. But it's like when we feel like, you know, we're ready to move in together, then it will happen.
Because it's a huge step in the relationship.
Yeah, and
I
it
feel
could
like.
a lot of people moving in together, it could either like
Clash at them.
yeah, like you guys could break up or you could get closer.
Yeah,
It's a hit or miss. You never
exactly.
know.
Okay, just like I asked the question about the pet peeves, what's the like when you guys first like saw each other, like the thing that kind of like made you kind of fall in love?
Her eyes, dude.
And that was quick.
Dude,
That was
like
fast.
I don't
I
know,
was
like
waiting for
there's
the
just like the sunlight, like dash. I don't know the word to explain it though. Her eyes are just so bright. Like I can see them right now. Look at that. Ooh. They're just really bright. Her eyes are like yellowish brown. Let me see.
You always said that, huh?
They're like yellow, green, brownish. It's so crazy. Yeah, her eyes. That's what it was.
I remember he would literally like have pictures of like just my eyes because he like.
Would you
loved them.
tattoo her eyes on you?
Bro, I'd tattoo them on my forehead.
Oh.
I could look at the mirror and look out. Oh, damn.
Hey, ya dijiste, so you got to do it now.
See what's up.
For me, I think it was a smile. It's always been a smile. And like now you like.
Se
don't even
chivea, se
smile.
chivea.
I hate my smile right
Now
now.
he hates
It's because my
smile,
teeth
but-
got a little crooked. That's why.
Oh my gosh! In fact, we're getting our Invisalign in
Together.
like next week or like the week
Yay.
after that.
Weeks.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna hurt
exciting.
So bad.
I
At
already
the
had-
same time?
Yeah.
No,
at the
like
same
we're
time.
literally doing it together.
Oh, damn.
Cringe.
Seriously, I was just about to say that you took the words out
We're
of my
gonna
mouth.
go through the Invisalign journey together.
I had braces before too.
So I feel like you're not even gonna struggle.
Nah, I won't.
I am so scared because I'm like the biggest like little bitch for like pain.
She's not even be able to eat top
You had
ramen.
braces.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
how
love
was
my
that?
braces. Honestly, I had
Oh.
my braces like 3 times.
She would get it just
Yeah.
to be cool.
No, seriously, I feel like I love my braces because I felt like I had armor on my teeth, so I could eat whatever and do whatever, and they were great.
Dude, what about? Did you have retainers like the clear ones?
Yeah, I have retainers.
I like wearing my retainers out to public because my teeth are shiny
Dude,
yeah, and
yes.
they look bigger too. I feel like.
and straighter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, so how was the whole braces thing?
My braces, well, they were really good. I actually had my braces on for 3 times in a row. The first time was like when I really like senior year, my teeth were shit, so I fixed them. And the doctor had told me like, hey, you're going to, if you want the smile that you want, you have to take some teeth out because your mouth is too crowded. So I was like, no, fuck no. And then I took them off, and I was like, oh, he was right. Like my
You had,
teeth are
you had
too
extra
crowded.
teeth.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I went back, got my braces on, and they pulled 4 teeth, right, babe, or 2?
Which ones were they?
Babe, I don't even
I
remember
don't
that
even
you got
remember.
teeth
They were
pulled
like,
out.
I had 2 extra teeth like right here. So they pulled those, put my braces on so they could close the gaps. And then I took them off and I got my wisdom teeth taken out, all 4. And then my teeth shifted. So I went back again and got my braces.
Yeah, her mouth went through it.
Oh my god!
But I honestly, I love my braces. So
and they didn't hurt.
they do hurt, but I feel like they're not an unbearable pain. And they only hurt for like the first couple days when they tighten them, and then you're fine. And then after that, I got my braces taken off. I still hated my teeth, and I got veneers.
Oh, you have veneers?
You have
Yeah, just on my
veneers?
top teeth.
What? How do we not know
my
this?
gosh, we could have been hanging out all weekend, and we
A
don't
lot
know
of people
this.
don't know,
Pero
but
preguntaron.
it's because I went to a really like conservative doctor, so he made them look really natural.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have. Only on the top one.
Yeah, just
The bottom ones look
Just
like
the
it
first
too,
two?
huh?
Mhm.
They look
I have
like
8.
they look identical.
You got veneers, babe?
Ah.
Oh my, did that
Damn.
hurt?
No, it didn't at all. And it's like crazy too because a lot of people hate dentists, but I love the dentist, so
Yeah, she
it
loves
didn't
Oh,
hurt.
that's
going.
probably why I didn't hurt.
I only
then.
liked it when I would get a
feel-
prize. I like get a little treasure chest and then pick a little toy. That's when I liked
Oh,
it.
yeah, I don't know.
Seriously,
My
I
dentist
just-
hates us.
I love getting work done on my teeth, so it's a vibe.
It's a fetish.
It's fine. I don't want to say a fetish.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't know that.
I know. That's like basically some of my most viral videos, my braces videos.
Yeah, I remember your braces
Yeah.
videos, not your veneer videos.
Yeah, I haven't made a video about my veneers. Like, I haven't made a full video. I made a video when I got my temps and all of that, but I haven't made like the actual review of my veneers.
Wow.
Mhm.
How
You-
long ago?
It was last year.
Do you plan on making it or no?
Yeah, I do plan on making it, but there's like I still want to fix them. So
Oh my god.
Wow.
Why?
because I still don't love them, you know. And I was like,
What
if I'm
don't you love about them?
there's just like they're not. I don't think they're long enough. I don't think they're wide enough. So I want to like fix them. I want them to be perfect for me to make a video about them. You know.
Oh, I get you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
That's crazy.
And I feel like because teeth are such a big part of your, like how you
Dude,
look.
Yeah,
yes.
You
especially
know?
on social
100%.
media.
Exactly, especially because everyone's always looking at me moving my mouth.
Yes,
So
people are mean.
If,
yeah.
if this Invisalign treatment doesn't work, you gotta send me what is it? Your dentist for your teeth.
Seriously.
Yes, because he's on braces and now this is Invisalign.
Yeah, damn.
That's like torture.
I did hear Invisalign is like harder than braces though because you have to remember to put them on.
I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with that though, because I
No,
would
I
always
do.
wear them.
Because you have to take them off every single time you eat.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like,
Yeah.
Just your teeth are gonna look nicer when you have them on, so
I
you're not
agree.
gonna forget to put them on.
I guess. It will make me skinny.
No,
I'm not gonna wanna
seriously.
eat. I'm not gonna want to eat.
You're not gonna want to
It's
take them
true.
off.
Yeah.
What, babe?
Huh?
You ready? You have a question?
I think so. Has anyone, well, obviously being like a relationship that was built and right now revolves around like social media, do you guys find it like harder? I mean, obviously I don't feel like you've experienced a non social media relationship, but you think it would be easier if you weren't, or would it be harder?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, do you think being on social media makes your relationship easier
Oh.
because you do the same thing, or or like switch it because you feel like your stuff is always out there? Is it harder?
I feel like being on social media with the relationship is harder because they're always in your business. Like,
Yeah.
not in a rude way, but like they're always
No,
knowing
in a
about
rude
you.
way too, though.
Well, some people like push it. Like, say I don't post her for like 2 weeks or something. Like, are you still in that? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Not even that. Okay, I'm gonna give a story time about something that literally that was one of like a big argument between me and Jake, and I think it caused like a wedge.
Oh,
Do you
I remember.
what I'm- you know what I'm talking
this.
about? Okay,
Yes.
so there was a point in time where Jacob was gonna move here, right? And he had made that decision solely
myself.
on himself. Yeah, like literally he made that decision. I would have never pressured him to leave. And when he announced that was gonna happen or whatever, everybody automatically assumed that I was forcing him to leave his family, which is, I don't know why people would, but he made that decision and he came over here to apartment shop. But before he could apartment shop, when he let me know that he wanted to move here, the first thing I did was I went on the internet and I spent literal hours researching communities, researching apartments, like all the amenities they had, prices, like everything. I would call leasing centers and like everything. I did my full on homework, and he came to my house and I had everything ready. Like I had appointments, like schedules to like go see apartments and everything. Like, I mean, I had everything. And he ended up coming and we created a video where we went like apartment shopping. And whenever we went to the apartments, I would point out things like, oh, like this stove looks like a little bit more outdated. The price is crazy. So I don't know, like I would, because I know the area, he moved to where I grew up in. So I knew the area. And I would point out things that would be like, oh, look at like this laundry unit is like, nice or whatever. That video was probably one of our most hated videos like ever. It was bad.
That video popped off though because of the hate.
Because of the hate. When you get a lot of hate, the videos do really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that video got so much hate about how like it looks like she's the one moving. She's controlling him. Is making him move. Like, I mean, it was just bad. Like, she's a horrible girlfriend. She doesn't love him. Like, all this stuff. It was so bad. And people were taking clips of the apartment shopping video and posting them on TikTok. So they would go viral on TikTok because there was hate on TikTok as well. The videos were like thousands of comments of just like, it feels like she's controlling him. It feels like she's forcing him. It was bad. It was a bad time in our life.
I remember that.
It was so bad.
But the person who made the edit, like I reached out to him. I was like, I don't know. No, he reached out to me because I like the comment. I mean, like the TikTok.
He saw the hate, huh?
Yeah, I saw the hate.
Guy? Yeah.
And he's like, do you want me to take it down for you, bro? And everything. He's being like really cool about it.
It's cool because it was a fan edit.
It was a fan edit.
It wasn't
originally,
a bad video.
yeah, it
Oh,
originally
okay, I
started
thought
as
it
a
was
fan
like
edit.
hate.
No,
Okay.
No,
it was a
the
fan
comments
edit.
were the hate.
The comments were hating, but he had posted it like he would post our clips.
Yeah, that's it. All he did.
Yes, so he would post our clips. So anyways, that TikTok went like super viral. Like literally, I think it had like 200K likes, like 1 million views, something like that, a bunch of like comments. And when that happened, he had commented something saying, what did you say? You put like thanks for the support. Or would you no, like laughing faces or something. I don't know what he did.
Because I took that lightly because I feel like people on the internet.
Because it wasn't him.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was at school. I perfectly remember this. It was when we went back in for quarantine for school. I was at school and I found this TikTok and I saw the comments. And I think I commented something like, what did I say? Something like, oh, like these people don't know what it is or something like that. And then he just commented like laughing faces.
I put laughing faces. Thank you guys for supporting us, but I put like a little something else. But
no,
but
you did not.
No.
You did not. Why are you lying?
No, I did. I really did.
He literally only put like I think emojis or something like that, and that broke my heart because like all these people are saying all these things, and then he didn't like step out to defend me, kind of like he made like, you know, when you don't say something like, oh, that's not true, people assume like, oh, he didn't
You're
say
agreeing
it's not
with
true.
them.
You're agreeing,
okay.
you know. So I think did I drive to your apartment afterwards?
I didn't live here, I don't think.
Yes, you
Did I?
yes,
I
you
don't
lived there. That's why we had the hate, remember?
Okay.
So it was after school and I drove to his apartment.
Oh, I remember. No, you didn't drive. I don't think.
I was right after school. I drove to his apartment and I went inside and I would like cry to him and I was like, "You didn't defend me. Like, is this
I remember
true?"
now.
And then I think I left.
You left, but I
left. And
we were talking when she was leaving. I was talking, and then I wouldn't let her drive away. Like I had my hand right there on the window, so
and
she
I
could
was like
roll it up.
crying and I was like, "Is this really what you feel? Like all this, right?"
Yeah, you.
It drove
mad.
like a huge like wedge in our relationship because I was like, you didn't defend me. Like you made it seem like everything was true, and I was like, I did all this for you, and then like you just let everyone talk about me, and then I think we talked it out or something.
Yeah, but
and
we
then
took a huge step back from that.
We did. Yeah, we took a step back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it was
deep.
really big. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I get one negative comment, I want to kill myself. So
Oh,
nah, I can't imagine.
I can't imagine scrolling on TikTok and seeing a whole ass hate.
Because TikTok is very toxic. So props to you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
the way you handle that. Obviously, it kind of goes to show guys that even the toughest out there, they still get.
Yeah,
still
it
gets
was
to you.
bad. No, yeah, it was really bad. It was a bad time in our life, or in my life. Everybody's against you and against you and against you and against you. And
But it's like kind of crazy to think about. Like, if you put yourself in your shoes, like, wouldn't you want your boyfriend to move where you live so you could see him
Right?
more?
Like, why
But it's like, why would
wouldn't?
you hate on something like that?
Yeah, I think it was mainly jealousy because obviously he was an amazing guy and he was doing the most to be.
They
with me
always pick sides. Like, picked on my side or picked was on her side about like everything.
about everything.
Like he buys
people
her
pick
flowers.
sides.
She doesn't. She's not. What would it be? She's not romantic. Off the
Yeah.
camera, it's because we were barely getting comfortable with each other on camera.
Yeah.
Off camera is totally different than
Yeah,
what
like
we
I
show on
think
camera.
he would buy me a lot of stuff publicly, and I would buy him a lot of stuff like off camera,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. So people would always be like, "Oh my gosh, like you buy her everything and she doesn't buy you anything, right?"
Like, look at,
The
I got some Yeezys on it. And no one even knew that she bought them for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I buy him so much stuff, but nobody knows. Like a lot of these people don't know any of the stuff, so they only see kind of like what he buys.
Bro,
me.
that's so true. This whole weekend, I've been like telling Jake, I'm like, I like your shoes, I like your
Right.
chain,
Yeah.
I like your belt, and you're like, bro, none of this I didn't buy nothing.
didn't
It's
buy
all been
anything.
gifted,
Yeah.
which is cool.
That's all me, she said.
Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, and people don't really know that, so they just kind of.
Yeah, but I feel like people also don't know a lot because you only show what you want to show. Like,
Yeah.
you can portray your life on social media so much different than it is. So
You
like,
can have a whole cap ass life on social
Exactly,
media. No
yeah.
one will know.
I know, and I feel like that's what's hard for the viewers because then they're like, no, like this is how it is. But it's like, dude, you're seeing a 10-minute video of all of our life. Like, no, that's not how it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't understand that.
I cap on the internet. I don't speak Spanish. A lot of you guys think I speak Spanish. I'm not fluent at all.
That's a story.
I
for
think
another
that's
day.
cap because he speaks a lot of Spanish around us.
It's because I have like a lot of phrases and like I understand a little bit and like I could like say it.
He's getting better though. I think you can kind
can-
of communicate
can-
with my parents now.
When I speak Spanish, like I have an accent. You can hear like the no sabo accent. That's like the only thing.
That's why everyone
And-
gasses you.
And the Mexican community is, and like no, the Hispanic community is like so toxic towards that. So I'm like,
That's
I'm
why
just
he
not,
doesn't really speak
I'm just not gonna
Spanish
speak Spanish unless I know it for sure.
But you take it very good. Like I feel like it's worse when kids are like, "No, I'm not a no sabo kid.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me talk." No, and then Jake takes it like, "Fuck it, like I am
Like,
whatever."
like I didn't know it's la mano. Like I would think it's el mano because it ends with the O. You get me?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, when they say la mano, I'm like, huh?
But I feel like it's also good because you're always asking questions. Like, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, how do you say this in Spanish?
Yeah, now I know.
Also, your mom, like your parents are from here. Like your mom doesn't speak Spanish.
yeah, yeah.
So it would be worse. Like I feel like when no sabo kids, like both their parents speak Spanish like fluent, and then they don't speak any.
Yeah.
You
But
know what I mean?
I mean, your parents didn't really.
So it's not really your
Yeah,
fault.
Only when I was
Love
like, only when I
Yeah.
was a young age, then that's when they were teaching me Spanish. And then after that, after kindergarten, my mom only wanted me to speak English
No,
for a
and it's
certain
not
time.
even just that though. He's not the first child in Hispanic homes. It's always the first kids who know Spanish really good.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the rest
yeah.
don't, right? Like me and my sister, we speak, fluent Spanish, but my siblings don't.
Same here. My little brothers don't really
Right?
speak fluent.
It's the chain of effects. Like you have older siblings.
Like
who
they
speak
gave
English.
up. They're just like,
I
yeah,
think
whatever.
parents get tired.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because you have siblings who speak English, so you can communicate more in English to
Yeah.
before you were like.
Just how you guys like Nelly and Tito's Spanish isn't as good as your guys'.
Because we speak to them in
In
English.
English.
Yeah, I mean it's a chain of effects.
That's how my family is too,
Yeah.
actually. That's crazy to think about it because antes you would go home and you're like, I have to talk to my parents in Spanish, and like
Yeah.
now my sisters come home and they don't care. But it's like, damn, like
I really wish I understood and like knew Spanish because like I have two grandparents that don't speak English at all, so I can't even like communicate with them. My whole life,
Yeah,
my
it
whole life,
sucks.
I've been saying like the whole time. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Like, are you hungry? Okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get a little juicy here. I know that you guys want all the beans spilled, but sometimes you can't spill all of it. Like you gotta keep them.
Because
Guess
we're
not
at
hungry.
the
Like, there's some
same
people that are
time.
hungry. Like they want the beans too. So
Yeah, like maybe next month you'll hear a little bit more. But one question is, have you not ever had a pregnancy scare?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, shit.
And I think that's one of like the freaking worst feelings ever, dude.
I agree.
It's bad. Yeah, we've had like 3.
yeah, my sister got pregnant and we got scared. So it's like,
You're like, damn, pregnancy.
I'm scared.
You can actually do it.
Oh my god.
What was
we
your
got-
reaction, Jake? Like, were you like, okay, like, it's cool.
For me, it's like it's not my body, so like I didn't think it was as serious as it actually is. But
Yeah.
pregnancy is serious. I didn't know this until my
Dude,
sister like
Jacob,
had
okay,
a baby.
No, Jacob literally, I feel like he's more like chill. So like he's so like laid back, like, oh yeah, you think you're pregnant? Huh. Okay, like
You're over here crying, hyperventilating.
Dude,
I'm like-
yeah.
or like I'll be like, oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant, and he'll be like, nah, you're not pregnant, or like they just take it like I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Your life didn't flash before your eyes, like, oh my god, ballet practice or soccer practice, like you know.
It didn't. But like now I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, dang.
I think Ellie was a big eye opener.
Oh,
yeah.
Once we had Ellie, I'm like, because I wanted a kid. Like, if it happened, then it happened. But once we had Ellie,
Literally.
I couldn't sleep for like the first like week or 2 weeks because she'd be like she'll be crying in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my, I'd have to wake up and be like, shh, it's okay until
And
she
that's
goes
a
to
dog.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's a
you can
dog.
cage her up and
That-
she's fine, but
They grow up like
baby?
10 times faster too.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
No, like I think Ellie was a huge eye opener. I
Mm.
think after Ellie, we were like, we cannot get pregnant. Like, no.
I can't get pregnant though.
We can-
We cannot get pregnant.
I feel like that's why we do advise all of our viewers to be like, if you think you want a baby, get a dog.
get a dog.
Or
Yeah.
a bird. Get something.
Something to take care of.
Yeah, but it will stop you. Like, I think a dog is such a big responsibility. Obviously, I think that she fills our hearts up so
Oh
much.
yeah.
But
The
is it
beginning
worth-
stages.
Yeah, no, I don't think baby is worth the time right now. No,
Yeah.
definitely no. I mean, we'll watch from
We'll watch from a distance.
Yeah.
From a distance,
Come
but-
visit us next year and let us know how you feel about having a baby,
yes,
Jake.
oh my gosh. And then I think his sister just had a baby, so we're like,
It's just
enough.
like the thing with baby clothes and babies just go like I just want one.
Dude, yes, baby fever is bad with like I think it's like the what is it like the fantasies of a baby like the crates and the not the crates fuck
The
that's
cribs.
a dog the
Damn, you're
Dude,
not ready.
yeah, I don't want her to be pregnant no more.
cribs like everything is cute but then when it gets to the real thing then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just gets harder. I feel like it's not like a dog gets easier. I feel
Yes.
like because it starts
They
to get
get
potty trained, you
independent.
can leave him home, but a kid just gets harder
It gets
For
hard.
especially when they
because it
wanna
starts asking
start
you for
dating
money,
too.
a car.
Yeah, and I feel like even then, like right now, you can leave your puppy with whoever, and like they'll watch them because they're like, okay, we can crate them. We can. All we have to do is like feed them, put water and kibble, and they're
And that's
done.
it, yeah.
But like with the baby, that is such a huge responsibility. Like, si se cae, like what if he gets sick? Like that's on us, you know. So I feel like even though a dog is a bad comparison, it's like so take having a dog and then times it by 100, and then let me know like, do you really want a
want a
baby?
kid?
Because
Yeah, literally
that's-
times it by 100.
yeah.
Yeah,
We haven't even had our baby yet, but we know, like Jonathan, you grew up with your three siblings,
three little
and you
brothers.
basically took care of them. So
Yeah.
it's like you
Oh,
know what
wow.
it is to have a baby, but it's like he could still give it to his mom at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And with this, like I always tell Nat and Edith, I'm like, dude, he's gonna be crying, and I'm gonna be like, I'm the mom. Like I can't give him to his mom.
Yup.
Like I'm the mom, you know.
that is scary.
Exactly. It
Oh,
is
heck
really
no.
scary. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people always tell us like, oh my gosh, your kids would be so cute. I'm like, yeah, they would, but like in 10 years from now.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like kids are like a finesse. Like,
What?
like I feel like as a no, not like that. Like it's gonna sound really mean, but like as a parent, you don't get nothing out of it. Like you just get like love.
What if they become an NBA, an NBA child?
Exactly.
That
The
you get a lot
love
of
like
it.
just blinds you, you know what I mean? Because you get poopy diapers, you get cries all night, you get
Spit up.
tantrums, spit, you know, and then in return, like, what does the dad get? Just a cute little baby, like
That loves you forever.
that loves you. You know what I mean? So
What the?
it's like a finesse, the biggest finesse in the world, but it's like everyone has.
I think
it.
that's what you're saying right now before you have the baby.
Yeah, like unless you like, I know it sounds bad too, but like, and you're making an investment because like when you think about having a dog, they are a reflection of you. Like I feel like our dogs are a reflection of how we train them, you know. So it's like a baby is the same way. Like if you don't train him to be good, well, not train him, but teach him to be good and to have manners and to be like a good kid, then you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is a finesse. But
Oh, yeah, I
if
agree.
you do treat him good and you put him in sports and let
I
him
feel
have an
like
education,
that's not a guaranteed.
what.
Like you can be the best parent ever, and they're still if they want to be crazy, they're gonna come out
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree because I was the crazy kid.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, nah.
Yeah, my parents did try.
Because there's always those like take two sets of parents. They're both quiet. They've never yelled or hit their kid. There's always that kid that's gonna come out quiet like them and chill. But there's gonna be like the opposite. Like, no, I fucking hate your mom. And,
That's
okay,
you.
Sally, no, it's okay. No, I fucking hate you. You know. So it's always like I feel like
Not like that. Not like that.
I feel like it's just your kid is like a lottery. Like whatever you get and you get. You know.
Yeah, but I feel
Yeah.
like there is a lot to do with how
Like,
you
it's a
teach
hit or
them
miss.
too. Yeah.
Obviously,
it's a
yeah.
very big hit or miss. Just like some kids, I think a lot has to do with parenting though, because I think that if you try to raise your kid too much on a leash, then you're gonna freaking have that kid rip the leash out.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So-
But on the opposite, there's kids that like the leash. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't think I'm never gonna leave my mom's. You know, it's
Yeah.
awesome
You know
here.
what? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hit or miss. It's definitely a hit or miss.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll let you guys know in a year what it's like having a kid.
The only thing you can do is just like try
Oh.
to be the best parent you can,
Yeah.
and then obviously it's up in their hands to see how they want to come up, and just let them deal with the consequence. Be like, look, we fed you, we treated you with love, and you still want to be like that, then go and do, you know, like
No, yeah, I
let them
agree.
see the consequence. But
Do you think you create rebellious kids from strict parents?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
100%.
Right? Yes, I agree. Do you agree?
My parents have like there's like a leash, but then I agree with you saying, but yeah,
But I don't think your parents were like strict.
They
the way
weren't
that,
like that. No,
my,
no.
Yeah. So you had a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have wiggle room, I feel like you're much
good,
better
right?
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
trust and wiggle room, you know.
Yeah.
Like if that wiggle goes sideways, then at least your parents gonna be there to like comfort you.
Yeah.
Dude, and I think having like some type of, you can't have all the freedom in the world. Like, let's be real. Like, you cannot have it.
it's rare.
Dude, and you just can't. Like, having all the freedom in the world, yes, you make mistakes and you learn from them, but there's a limit. You need parenting. I think you need
And there's a limit to the mistakes because there's a lot of consequences
to
too.
mistakes.
Yeah. So you don't have a lot of room to make mistakes that
Either,
are
yeah.
because the consequence is gonna be 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a lot, and I feel like especially for our younger viewers, you want to have the life that you see online because you want like, oh, like they're probably looking at you like they're traveling already, and like I want to travel with my boyfriend, but I'm 16. But it's like you have to wait because your parents aren't letting you do something for a reason right now.
For a reason,
you
yeah.
know?
They think that's what's right. And
Yeah.
it might be, you know, everybody's life is completely different. My parents were super anti-boyfriend till I was 18. My parents were super like, yeah, and he came in when I was 17. My parents were super like, no friends, like, you're not allowed to go out, you're not allowed to do this, and look at me now. Right? Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like thank God that you turned out the way that you did. You know,
Yeah.
because even though maybe you were a little bit rebellious, you're so like responsible, and you're have your own business. You know, like so. Thank God that you turned out the way that you did. But there's people that have really really strict parents, and they just rebel, and then they go downhill.
And they get pregnant. And
Yeah, they get pregnant. Like they get pregnant to move into their boyfriend's house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hit or, kids are just hit or miss. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad.
Yeah. You just have to pray for the best because they don't come with receipts, so you can't like return them.
Oh shit, we can't return them.
Well, there you have it, folks. We spilled the beans with Nat and Jake. I feel like this was like how do you say, like unexpected friendship, because up until like 3 weeks. I didn't know who they were because Blanca followed them a lot, like
Wow, fake
especially
fan.
not. But no, but
Seriously.
now like now it's crazy that you guys are here. Like I went from like seeing you guys on TV and now that you're like right in front of us, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for the hospitality.
Oh
Amazing.
no! Thank you guys for coming. I feel like a lot of people, like we were talking earlier this morning, it's like we have a lot of friendships online, and it does take a long time to meet each other in person because we literally live states away.
Yeah.
But it's like people did not expect it when they saw that you were at my house. They're like, "What? Like this is so unexpected. It's crazy how our worlds can clash together." But it's like we're so happy that we have friends like that because we have so many different types of friends, and you guys are just like another friendship that it's like unexpected, but it's so good, you know.
Yeah, I agree. And I never thought.
It broke the ice for us as well because I think we can have more friendships than like just this. Do you think so or no?
Oh yeah, because we were afraid. Of
We were
mutual friends.
afraid.
We
Yeah, it
were
makes
friends.
sense.
Like I think they gave us like a good impression of first YouTuber friends that makes us think like not all YouTubers are villains.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Because we were super against it. I mean, we were just so like, nope, like drama, nope, we're good. Like we didn't want it at all.
Yeah.
But since I would watch Blanca before, I was like, okay, like maybe it won't be so bad, you know? Like maybe we should just give it a chance. And I told him, and it ended up happening.
Yeah, and I feel like it could be a hit or miss because, like we said, people finesse their life on social media.
Oh yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of people that don't act the same on camera as they do in person.
Yeah.
Hell
And
no.
I feel like you guys and Edith and Ricardo, you are the exact same person. Like it's like I grabbed you from the TV and like put you here, and you don't act different. You don't talk different. Like everything that you do on your videos, you do in front of us. You know. So
That's
it's like
so funny to hear.
It is, and like that's why I feel like you have to be so careful. Like you have to handpick your friends because it's like if you guys were any other ones, like we'd be like, damn, like should we let them stay at our house? Because
that's
what if they don't?
scary.
Yeah, it is really scary. But it's like I feel like I knew you guys, so I was like, no, like they're good. Like
They're-
they're gonna they're gonna be
They won't
fine.
kill us at night.
I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll steal our dogs.
No, we don't know.
And now I think
That's
you
not
will.
for sure yet. We haven't left.
Oh, and also, guys, I feel like you guys know Jonathan and I talk about our dogs like they're our babies, but we have never had someone care so much for our dogs. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Oh, when we first came,
Like you
we
guys
surprised
brought them
them.
a spooky basket.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what? This has never happened. No one has ever like given our dogs so much love. It's
And they literally forced us to bring Ozo back to the house.
yeah,
Because we put Ozo with her mom just because he is a little annoying, and we're like, we don't want him to annoy.
he's a little too much for people that don't like dogs.
Yeah. So we're like, and they're like, no, bring him.
Yeah.
We love dogs. We're the doggy parents.
I love dogs.
We're gonna start on daycare. Just hit us up.
Period.
We'll take care of your dog.
Jigging at daycares.
Jigging at daycare.
Period. But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this podcast and that you liked learning a lot from Nat and Jake because I feel like they're so young and there's so much to them that they don't put out on their videos. Like I feel like you guys are very entertaining, but you don't talk a lot about the deep stuff. So I feel like this one was a really good podcast to get to know you a little bit better. So
Yeah.
now, if you didn't know them before, now you can go binge watch their channel and know that they are literally the same person on there as they are in person. So,
Yeah.
do you have anything else you want to say, babe?
Nope. Just thank you guys so much for coming. We appreciate you being on the podcast, and we can't wait to go and visit you guys.
Thank you guys for having us. We can't wait.
sheesh.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you're having a great Friday. Make it a good one, whether you're on your way to work or school. Oh yeah, I remember I used to do this.
The inspiration.
Yeah. What would it be like? What did I phrase it? How did I phrase it? Babe? Like, what's a commandment you live by? Like a phrase. You know what I mean? Like
you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm living because of this quote.
like a quote you would tattoo on yourself. That's how much meaning it has. Like it can be like cliche, but do you have something that kind of pops into your head?
Even though you're not ready for the day, it cannot always be.
Oh my.
Bro,
Bro, I was like, damn, she's about to spit
oh
something.
yeah, I was like, damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
Not a TikTok transition.
Mine would be like if you're gonna do something, do it right the first time instead of going over and over and over.
Okay.
Working twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, because I'd cut the lawn and I'd mess up the first time, so my dad would make me go over and over. It'll be hours, so that's what I live by.
That applies to everything. Like
Yeah.
they
Yes.
say, como like if you buy a
El huevón trabaja dos veces.
that one and then
Que te sale más caro comprar la cosa barata.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
that
buy the cheap thing.
that applies to everything what Jake said. So like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
I think mine would be not a phrase or anything, but I've always had it in my head like, oh, like I want to retire at like 23. So that always makes me get up in the morning. I'm like, no, I have to retire at 23. I have to retire.
Like
Okay.
work now.
I have to I work now so I can chill later.
Mhm.
That's my thing.
And I like that because I was telling Jonathan and I was telling Nat and everyone else too. I was like, it's crazy because you every time on your videos you're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to wake up at 7:30 now. But it's like you don't have to because you work for yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that you have that drive in you to wake up at 7:30, you know that you want to do something.
Yep,
You know.
you have to work. You have
Yeah.
to work.
But anyways, make it a good one, guys. We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, guys.